Witch Trials Weekly, Video 44, December the 2nd to December the 8th, 1692. Reprieve and Release.
Welcome to this edition of Witch Trials Weekly. Thomas Farrar, Sarah Bassett, Sarah Rice, and Anne Sears were all released on bail. Abigail Faulkner Sr. was granted a reprieve when a petition arrived requested that she go home to take care of her ill husband and 6 children. The only evidence against her was spectral and the word of the confessors, which lately, since I was condemned, owned to myself and others, and do still own, that they wronged me. And what they said against me was false, that they would not that I should have been put to death for 1,000 worlds, for they never should have enjoyed themselves again in this world. On Sunday, December 4th, Mercy Short was well enough to attend church services. However, her spectral tormentors found her there and blocked her senses to the outside world. By the end of the service, her seizures were back. Some neighbors tried to carry her home, but they had to put her in a nearby neighbor's house, where she resided for 15 days and wouldn't eat. In Milton, Mary Watkins was found trying to strangle herself. She had been afflicted and accused her employer, Sarah Swift, of being a witch and of murdering a child. Sarah and her husband Thomas put an end to her afflictions by threatening her with physical punishment. She retracted her accusations but remained upset until she tried to commit suicide. When Thomas Swift released her from the noose, she admitted that she was a witch. She was hurried to a local magistrate and put in jail. In Salem jail, Rebecca Eames petitioned Governor Phipps, insisting on her innocence. She said that the accusations against her were the devil's delusions, and that she was so confused she didn't remember any of what she said during her confession. She said that I was hurried out of my senses for 4 days by the afflicted, and that Abigail Hobbs and Mary Lacey Jr. had said that their testimony against her and others was a lie. Thomas Barrett appeared before the Middlesex court with a 200-pound bond for the release of his daughter Martha Sparks from prison. 8 Andover men also petitioned for the release of their wives and daughters on bail, for they feared that they would die in prison during the upcoming winter. On Wednesday, December 7th, Joseph Putnam posted a memo about a town meeting that would be held the next Tuesday. They would discuss many things, as well as consider what shall be done about our ministry house and land. It seemed to be conveyed away after a fraudulent manner. The old controversy over whether or not to give Reverend Paris the parsonage was of great concern, and his opponents were not about to let it drop. However, this issue was actually skipped over during this meeting. The council in Boston met this day to cast ballots for judges in the newly appointed courts. Thomas Danforth was unsure whether or not he would accept his judgeship. Samuel Sewell invited him over to dinner, so he, Charles Morton, and Increase Mather could encourage him to take the position. On December 8th, John Pearson and George Lilly went to the Middlesex magistrates with a bond for the release of Pearson's sister, Bethia Carter Sr., and George's mother, Jane Lilly.
This video was produced with special permission from the author, Marilyn K. Roach, and publisher, Cooper Square Press. The Salem Witch Trials, a day-by-day chronicle of a community under siege, covers the years 1692 to 1697 in detail. It also touches briefly on important and relevant events before and after this time. We are proud to carry all of Miss Roach's books and publications in our museum store. To get a copy for your personal research and enjoyment, please visit www.salemwitchmuseum.com.